Good morning from Alma, Missouri again. After the Alma, Missouri series finished up, I found myself playing on the map quite a bit, and I found myself playing on this farm specifically. This farm is located down near the bottom left-hand corner and encompasses this whole area, so you only have to buy one plot of fields. I also found myself using some Case IH equipment with some interesting bits and pieces here and there. For example, I'm using a little bit of an older combine harvester, the 2008 2588 V2, using BC Bueller's Mack truck. A couple very typical medium tractors. We got the Puma 240 with the big engine and the Magnum 7150, also with the big engine, and Giant's version of the Farmall 1066. Also got some other goodies as well. I've got a Case IH version of the Fast Bale. Of course, we have the 6MT plow. That's the one you want. And then we have a few pieces from the Kubota pack for our sprayers that are debranded. For grass equipment, at least right now, we're running all Vermeer. Thank goodness we've got a Vermeer tedder, which makes this a little bit easier, but the mower and the windrow, or merger rather, are all from the DLC. I'm not quite sure how the Puma is going to work with the big seeder, or the planter rather, from Case IH, but we're going to use Custom Modding's version because it's the best. And then we have this guy, dually version of Agritolno's 3500, the Silverado. This is the crossplay version that you guys see here, so no matter what you're on, well, you could play. And actually, I have the Silverado 1500, and this is the exact color that my truck is. Fish it up with Mack Trucker 921's big old 40-foot trailer with the gooseneck, which doesn't quite line up with this truck specifically. Works great with the 2020, but you know what? We're using it. Alma, Missouri gives you 50 cattle when you start off, so I've decided to sell those, and I got 50 of the ones that I wanted. I think it gives you quite a few in each different setup, but we just went with one setup. That way, it's nice and easy. However, we still got a lot of work to do. When we started the last series, we owned a lot of stuff. We had a lot of farm equipment and all of this and big stuff. And here, we're gonna go more towards like the medium style. Today, we're gonna be harvesting, we're gonna be mowing, and we need to feed our cows. So let's go over here first with the Mack. I've got the TLX Phoenix Series water tanker on the back of it. And we'll open this up. Not very often that you have to give your cows water, so this is a little bit of a different thing for me. You might be able to see down at the bottom right hand corner of your screen, but I have modified the animal pens ever so slightly. So now all of the food capacities are 1 million liters, and we can hold up to 5,000 cows in here. However, hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, what up, cow? Additionally, the cow pastures on this field or farm, it takes up a lot of space. Like, here's the two fields that we have, and here's the two cow pastures. There's also like a little miniature third one right there. I'm thinking about plowing these up and making those grass fields. But for now, let's get a little bit of harvesting done. I do love this combine harvester so much. I have used this one in the past, but it's been maybe about a year or so since we've shown this off in a Let's Play. I think the last time I utilized this was on Stone Valley back at the beginning of 2022, something like that. Nothing too wild and crazy. I figured it would be nice if we just went with a simple oats and grass harvest for our first setup. Should be nice and easy. We will bale all of that straw up and we will collect it. By the way, the trailer that we have, that's actually a bale auto loader, which should make picking all this straw up pretty simple. The big plan on this farm is to plant things and create things that we can use. Maybe not so much selling. Of course, we're going to be selling the milk from the cows and maybe that kind of thing, but like slurry, manure, which by the way, I think I need to put down a manure pit. All of that stuff, we will probably be just selling the final product. But I think we need to be using as much of the stuff that we make or grow as we can. So the oats, I'm not quite sure what we could do with this other than just selling it. But the straw, of course, we use that for animals, for bedding, or anything like that. All right, let's hire him up on a worker and let him do his thing. This is where I'm very interested because I don't know if this can actually mow. The mower says that it doesn't require much more horsepower, or much less horsepower than this has, so it should work. But IRL, I'm not quite sure I would hook these two up together. I mean, it works, but it does look a little bit silly back there. We are eventually gonna need some hay as well, so we may as well use this for doing the hay. You know, it's funny, the 7150 almost looks a little bit too big to be mowing. I have gone for the chunky boy tires on the back. It just looks so good. I had to do it. Even though the fields are beside each other, we actually have to go down the road to get to our grass field. We could also go down the pathway that's in the middle of our farm, but this way's easier. I know this mower swings out, but I'm trying to just pull it for now because it'll work just fine if I just pull it like this. See? Working just fine. Probably should have done it the other way. Yeah, this seems to be working much, much better. So with this field right here, I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna do this yet. We need grass because we need hay. We also need grass because we need silage. We need all of those things. And I'm not quite sure which order to get them in. I guess we should see what we have and maybe what we need. Got a little bit too close to the side there. The map does start us off with some default food, so we have 15,000 liters of hay and 7,200 liters of grass. So I say we probably need to run some silage at some point. Yeah, we definitely need to run some silage at some point. And the mowing is done. Let's fold it up, and this time I am gonna cheat and skirt right through our land. Hey, combine's done. That means we get to do a little bit of baling. Also, I think for the grass, I think we're gonna have to do some hay. I was looking at this. I don't actually know where silage goes, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. Also, we could just go buy some food, but I'd like to actually make it. Total, we did 15,000 liters of oats, which is pretty good, but I'm not quite sure if now is the best time to sell those or not. So we're gonna put them in the silo. I am using Schultz's underground silo, and here's the thing. Technically, it is underground. How cool is that? I was able to get it to where some of it was under the gravel. I don't know. It's kind of like it just appears into nowhere. Also, header. This is a little bit of a different header. When you put it down, it kind of goes with the flow of the ground, which I was having some problems with on another map. So with this, it's got that, plus it's got a built-in trailer. Oh, I mean, come on. How cool is that? Now, because a recent update to this baler right here makes it to where the larger bales are, well, in fact, larger, I've decided that we're just gonna make 20 or 125 centimeter round bales. I feel like this way it's gonna be a little bit easier. Shouldn't have any troubles going forward, having any problems. So right now it's just kind of sensing how fast it needs to go. Also, there is an option where if you cut the lights on, you can kind of see where to pick up. It really makes this a bit of a game changer, if I'm honest. There you go. Plopped it out. Boom, done. All right, let's get this thing baled up. It's so funny. These bales look super small because normally I don't do 125 bales, but they're 11,000 liters each. Still pretty good. And the last bale is out, and we have made 10 bales. Very cool. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna go around this grass field once or twice. Maybe we'll get like, I don't know, 3 bales, 2 bales. Just try to get some silage bales and also get some of this grass away from the edge because we're gonna come through and ted this. This is also like my favorite way to use this. So check this out. As we go along, because I've got these red markers that tell me where to go, I can get as close as I want. Basically, this is acting like its own windrow and I don't have to worry about a thing. This is almost cheating. Almost. I didn't say it was. It's almost like cheating, and I got myself into a pickle. Got out. We're good. So last bill's been made, and we've got quite a few of them around. Hit the F1 button. 7. We made 7 silage bills, so that's 77,000 liters. Pretty good. Which means now we get to use this bad boy. Now, as I mentioned, the setup is kind of similar to the one that I've got in real life, but again, it's a GMC Sierra. It's not a Chevrolet. It's not a 3500 either, but it does look pretty cool, just like this guy does. We want to pick up our silage bales and move them to a place where they can ferment. Now, he has set it up to where the bales ferment a little bit faster than they should, which is a great thing. There we go. Auto load up. Yay! We'll have a little bit of fun with this. I figured since we normally use 82 Studios trucks and trailers, let's change it up just a little bit. The map provides us with a lot of, other bales, to say the least. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of put these with them. Uh-oh, hang on. I don't know what I'm controlling here. There we go. I got it figured out. What you got to do is you got to kind of push some different buttons. The layout's a little bit different, but that's all right. Now we got some straw bales to pick up. These will go directly into our silo. The silo does turn them back into loose, but I kind of wanted to do some baling because I love that baler. So we're doing a little bit of baling. Yay! All right, so check this out. I'm going to go ahead and unload the bales there. There we go. Now we've got them strapped down, and I'm going to drive directly over the silo. The silo should accept these bales. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take, but it should accept them. Oh, there we go. Told you. And now in here at straw, we have 116,000? Was it 10? Yeah, that's a lot. Now we get to use this. There was just one thing that I am seeing on this. If we go to our help window, we have narrow spreading and wide spreading. Not quite sure what's going on with that or even what that is. So I'm going to select narrow spreading and just going to see what happens. So, okay, narrow spreading. I see that. Let's go to wide spreading. Ah, narrow spreading is what I want. All right, well, that made that easy. This is also why I didn't want to get all the way on the edge of the field, and I think we've got plenty of silage anyway, but we need to get plenty of hay, too. The more hay we've got, the better, because we can put some of that in our silo. We can also feed our cows, because they go and get hungry, and we can feed them right now. I honestly can't tell you the last time that I actually did this right here, tedding. I think it was on Court Farms, but I did not do it what you would consider the right way. Yeah, I definitely did not, but we have this time. I also want to say that I'm fully aware that if I'm using that baler back there, this piece of equipment is basically useless for me, but I wanted to use it. How did I miss that? You know what? All right, we're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it where it is. I understand it's completely useless to use this, but you know what? I want to use it. I think it's cool, and I haven't got a good reason to use it yet, so I'm doing it now. Maybe 2 rows of silage will be the move next time, because I'm having a difficult time getting turned around here at the end without hitting the trees. That's a good note for the next one. Also, turning around in the ditch is not exactly what I had in mind either. Yay! Next to last thing we need to do is pick it all up. So let's see how we do with hay. I'm actually not 100% sure if this is gonna wrap it or not. I don't think it will. It shouldn't. I know some of Yosa's new balers wrap. Oh, please don't wrap. Moment of truth. Is it gonna wrap it? Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah! And lastly, all we gotta do is pick up these bales. We will be good to go. Oh, we could probably go sell those oats as well. Might make a little bit of money. We made 2 more bales, I think, here than we did on the silage. Silage is 7. We had 9 right here. Still not too bad. Not after everything that we did today. Not too shabby at all, bringing our total amount of hay up to 89,000. So we've got plenty of straw, plenty of hay. We will have some silage. They do ferment fairly quickly. I think about in the 1/5 of the time as normal silage bales, which is why we're using that baler. So we're 8% of the way there and 7,500 liters each. And that'll be 52,500. So we'll have enough to get some work done, at least there. All right, let's get these oats sold to kind of round it out today. We are going to drop that and pick this up. It looks like there's just a bunch of stuff everywhere, which is kind of nice. So I just started putting my stuff over here. I've also put some of our multi-filling and selling stations, stuff like that. I've put those about the same place as the ones were in the last series, so that I at least feel like I'm on the same map, but doing something a little bit different. So let's head out into the wild for our first little trek into town with this series. Also, I don't remember if I turned off traffic or not. Nope, traffic is definitely still on. One thing I'm very excited about with this series is I don't have to go very far to get into town because the farm's right there. The sell points are right over here, making things super easy for us. Selling station is right up here on the right-hand side, so let's bump out. Let's open that up, and we will get it sorted. This is a different map. Brakes aren't good enough. This is a different map technically than the last series, so this isn't just like piggybacking off of it. There we go. Get our sell on, and good to go. That is super slow. Well, at least the money's good from it. That was a great payday. 52 grand for harvest of that little field. Yeah, this is definitely gonna turn out the way I want. So, Alma, Missouri, we are back, baby. Let's go.